Oh my god. Please let this be the last time I'm recording this intro. I can't do it anymore. God. Gotta act like I'm happy. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name's Miranda, I'm an artist. I do art things on YouTube whenever I feel like it. I'm sorry if I seem frustrated right now. I've tried to film this intro like 5 times and I've just been so unsatisfied with all of them. Hopefully this is my last one. I forgot to set my alarm yesterday for this morning, so I woke up super late today.
You're dumb!
And I just feel so unmotivated. I don't want to do anything. I've literally been sitting in my studio for an hour just regretting my life choices. So anyway, in order to kind of salvage this workday, I'm just gonna make a painting, because that's quite literally the only thing I have the motivation to do right now. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is not gonna be the most interesting video that I've ever made. It's literally just gonna be me painting. That's it. So if you are not really interested in watching somebody paint, I'm not quite sure why you're here right now. I promise more interesting videos are coming in the future, but this is literally all I could do today. You're basically just watching me justify to myself why I shouldn't be doing all of the work that needs to be done. Because in my brain, it's like, I am technically working because I'm making a YouTube video. That's part of my job. Let's just get into it. I have no plan for this painting, which is basically 95% of my paintings. This intro has literally taken so much out of me. I don't even want to paint anymore. Anyway, this video is gonna be a mess probably, but what else is new? Let's just get into the video. I don't want to talk anymore. See you at the end. So before I start talking about this painting, I just wanted to say that originally I was going to cut out the beginning of the painting from the video because I ended up changing the entire thing because I didn't like it. But then I decided to keep it in because I just wanted to show you guys my entire process and where my head was at and how my emotions can really affect my paintings. So I started off by covering the entire canvas with a thin layer of titanium white and then going in with my palette knife and more titanium white and creating a textured look to the canvas. You can't really see it with the video sped up, but I'm really going in very slowly and making every line very intentional. So this is real time what it looks like. And then I turned the canvas over because I should not be doing this painting on an easel, but I just was too lazy to set everything up on my table. But I ended up fixing that towards the end, so the framing is gonna change later. Then I go in with a sponge brush and I clear off any excess paint where I want to have a stroke of black through the canvas. I did that because if I had kept the texture, then the black stroke wouldn't have been as clean as I wanted it to be. And this is where I really started to hate the painting. It wasn't coming out the way I had planned it in my head, and I was just getting really frustrated, so I decided to add a pop of color, but I ended up hating that too. But I still thought I could salvage it, so I go in with my palette knife, try to clean up the line, and that was just the last straw for me. I couldn't take it anymore. I really hated this painting at this point. So well, you can see, I just got really frustrated and started destroying everything I had done. But then as I was doing this, I started to think, oh wow, this looks kind of cool. I always tend to gravitate towards a lot of chaos in my paintings, so this is just right up my alley. I decided to keep on going with this. I wasn't being precious the way I was being before. I was just putting on some paint, taking it off, scraping to the bottom of the canvas, then adding that extra paint on my palette knife in other places, really graying it out, adding some texture everywhere. And right around this point, I started to realize that it was looking a lot like previous paintings that I had done. So I just decided to lean into that style, and I'm really glad that I did, because now I'm starting to have this series of paintings in this style, and it's really helping me find what I enjoy doing in abstract paintings. So I'm really glad that I made the mistakes that I did in the beginning that led me to what this painting looks like now. So then I had to wait for it to dry, and after that I added a white rectangle just to kind of have something in there that your eye can gravitate towards. It's kind of like adding some calm to the storm, and whenever I make a background that's very chaotic, I always have to add something to the middle ground that's very bold and minimalistic, just so that your eyes are not bouncing around everywhere and you have something to gravitate towards. And then I went in with my red paint. And here you'll see the angle change because I couldn't do this part on an easel. And I wish I had just gone a little lighter with the red. I just think it's a lot, but you learn from your mistakes. I don't even know why I bothered trying to dry it with a hairdryer. I laid on that red paint so thick, it didn't dry for a whole day. So here, I know it looks like I'm painting a circle with red paint, but I promise there's nothing on my brush. It's a completely dry brush. I just wanted to even out the surface of where I would draw my circle. And because the red paint was still wet, it ended up just smearing where I was painting the circle. And having that red line there kind of ended up working out in my favor, because then I could see clearly where I needed to put down the white paint. And the reason I'm putting down white paint before I put down the actual color that I want this circle to be is because the color that I wanted this circle to be was very bright, and against the darker background, I really wanted it to pop, and I think that ended up working out well. So in a little bit, the video is gonna cut out because I didn't realize my camera had stopped recording, but you didn't miss much. I just was touching up the painting a little bit. So I'll see you guys in the outro. All right, so this is the finished piece. It's not my favorite painting. I mean, I don't even think I would put it in my top 5, but it's solid. I mean, it's an average painting. And I'll show you guys what I meant by the series of paintings that I mentioned before. This is one of them. So you can see the similarities in kind of like the chaos of the paintings, the faces, the texture. I mean, I don't really think you could see the texture on camera, but the textures are similar, the patterns are similar. This one is less chaotic, but you can still see the similarities between the two. And I think out of all of them, this is the most similar because I used a lot of the same techniques. And when you saw me going in, like just straight up with the red tube of paint, this is where I got that from, because I did this whole face with no paintbrush. I just squeezed the bottle of paint on the canvas. So this is kind of what I was going for with this, but I didn't really do as good, I guess. I don't know. So again, not my best painting, but still solid. Hopefully I can continue with this style in the future, have an entire series of paintings. If you guys are interested in buying any of these paintings, I'm gonna try to get them up on Etsy as soon as possible. But for now, I have plenty of other designs on there, mostly digital drawings. But the best way to support me with my art is to subscribe to my Patreon. Everything is gonna be linked in the description below. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. I love you. No. Stop. Stop it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna try to post every Friday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And as usual, all my socials are linked below. I do post a lot on TikTok. I'm trying to post more on Instagram. And that's basically it. Follow if you want to. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. High five. Oh my god. Ooh, that was close to being a disaster.